Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, this is Aki and Madril Azil, back with another quick lesson. Also want to give double honors to the men I learned this truth from, Shalom, Barakatham. Yeah, man, this is a hot topic amongst, Israel, you know. I didn't really want to touch bases on it, but the Spirit compelled me to touch bases on it, you know, because he got this Edomite with this video right here. And his video states, says, even though, I don't give no credit to these celebrities, man, they're, what you want to call clout chasers, they want to portray like everything that, within the quote unquote black community they know of, they're about, things of that nature. Really, these people are not, involved as they should be if they're trying to portray what, this Edomite, which he is an Edomite, um, labeled in the video, which is his video is labeled or titled Kanye West Goes Black Hebrew Israelite. This guy's not a, you know, nonetheless he's a Israelite, but he's not, a man of the Lord. So let's go into this video.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ray. Welcome to the Evangelical Dark Web. Today, we're going to be talking about Kanye West.
Yeah, I want to point this out too. The name of his channel is Evangelical Dark Web. Just want to point that out.
Going full Black Hebrew Israelite. And last time we talked about Kanye West, we talked about him, and basically, I do not believe that his profession of faith is credible. I just do not. There are three reasons that I'm going to cite right now. One, I believe he has a demonstrable pattern of refusing discipleship. Two, I believe he's being carried away by false teachers such as Joel Osteen, such as people that think Mormons are Christians, and the like. Um, Three is that he is still doing things that are fairly unbiblical. I mean, we could call the Black Hebrew Israelite stuff that is certainly more evidence on the pile. But mainly, I'm referring to why a Christian would attach himself to Lil Nas X and his song about prison butt sex. Why would a Christian, professing Christian, attach his name to that?
Revealed, ancient fixed for high sugar levels and
Salakia
food cravings.
for the
Some of the top doctors are no longer prescribing.
commercial.
And I did that video about a year ago.
I'm gonna pause it right there. Now, the one thing I can't agree on this Edomite is that, you know, I don't know why. I mean, I do know why. Because of Edomites like him and the Edomites he's about to bring out, the Ish people. You know, like I think this whole thing of him, tweet the image that he got. You can see now, the recent pictures and interviews this guy is having or made. I'm talking about this Kanye West character. I don't even like to say these guys' names because I don't want to give them any type of recognition. Recognition. I know that's what they're looking for, man. They're looking for some type of you know chasing the limelight. They always want to be in the you know and talked about, to say the least. You know what I'm saying? These so-called celebrities, so-called black celebrities anyway. You got some of them that like what they call controversy. They like to be, in the center of attention. I think this guy's one of them, with his Twitter tantrum tweets and all this other nonsense, saying he got this type of disorder and things like these people are attention seekers, but nonetheless, the reason why this guy collaborate with artists as another abomination, Little Nas X, is because of each people like this guy what he's about to bring out, man. They have behind closed door contracts where they have to participate with in things like that. You got other celebrities that are bringing this out, man, that is really exposing the industry for what it is, man. It's very demonic, and who runs it? The ish people. But soon as a truth to an extent comes out, you know they want to demonize the truth, man. But I'm gonna let this video team.
So the latest is on his showing Black Hebrew Israelite. So just a little quick recap of what Black Hebrew Israelite is. And the last time I talked about this was basically we don't know how many Black Hebrew Israelites exist. And there's a disparity between how much.
I'm gonna pause it right there. See, one thing we know, we're not black. You know what I'm saying? So we know what the term black really means. And Salaki, let me get one. Nah, I'm just gonna make it too long. I was gonna bring the term of black up, but it's not. But we know we don't identify as being black. That's a descriptive term. That's like uh, you know, grammar 101, man. You know, colors are descriptive terms, man. They don't really define who that person or what that um thing is. Like I said, that's grammar 101, man. Colors are descriptive terms, man. So let's continue.
There might be a disparity between how much they exist among black people in the United States versus how much they exist in black celebrities in the United States. It might be disproportionate. And that's the question I want to ask. I want to raise that question. I want more research to be done on this. So we have some prominent black Hebrew Israelites in Deshaun Jackson, the wide receiver, famously for the Philadelphia Eagles, and Ice Cube, one of the patriarchs of gangster rap in the United States. Certainly someone that Kanye West is more familiar with than even me. Uh, Ice Cube is a black Hebrew Israelite, and if you know the story of Ice Cube, you would.
And let me pause it right there. See, that's what a lot of these Edomites, and in particular this Edomite right here, when it comes to any type of negativity, they're trying to, cause that's what's going on. They're attacking the ministry, man. They're trying to demonize the ministry. So anything that's negative, like right now, this Kanye West character, he's in the eyes of the media right now in a negative light. You know what I'm saying? So, and with certain words that these people say, even though it may be true to an extent, then they're trying to really they're associating so like these individuals' comments and opinions, or some of them could be true facts to the ministry, man. You know I haven't heard you know I haven't heard, because I don't even be, too much involved with these celebrities and their day-to-day activity. I just happen to see this video, you know, and I see certain things in the media revolving this Kanye West character. But I haven't heard these people like he just mentioned, this wide receiver, you know, I think he said Deshaun Jackson, if I ain't mistaken, and he said this character Ice Cube, or either this character Kanye West. I haven't. I'm just saying me personally. I haven't heard of or I haven't actually did my research if this is the case, but I haven't remotely heard of them claiming to be quote unquote black Hebrew Israelites, man. They may say things along the lines of the real blacks or the Jew or Jews, or things of that nature, which is true to the so like there's a there's truth to it to an extent, but you got to dig it goes deeper than the surface. You know what I'm saying? So you got to do some real history behind it. But I haven't personally heard that these people actually coming out in public and proclaiming to be quote unquote black Hebrew Israelites. So that's what Esau does, man. That's what he has. He has his his whole um, process is trying to demonize Salakia, demonize the truth, man, demonize the word. So see, so he's trying to associate these characters, that are in a light in a negative form in the public, the press in a negative form, to his agenda, man, which is to demonize the ministry, man. Let me continue on.
Know that he had a Jewish manager that pretty much took advantage of NWA, and that's why he went solo. He wrote a song about this called No Vaseline, the greatest diss track of all time, which talks about this. And they also made a movie called Straight Outta Compton, which is a much better movie than the recent Elvis movie that came out that was pretty bad. So I just needed to say that detail. But Ice Cube is a black Hebrew Israelite, and I don't know whether the rap game made him as such or he always was. But it's just something to keep in mind with the context of Kanye West because of their similar profession. So this is I got the screenshot on Gab because this tweet has since been deleted to my knowledge because of violating Twitter standards and stuff. So Kanye West believes in some kind of black Hebrew Israelite nonsense. Sorry, overeager post mills. Looks like your plans to make Kanye the Lord Protector of your reformed rural homesteading duchy are going to have to be put on hold again. And this is a joke at all these people overly optimistic and coping on hope that Kanye West is going to be a leader in the church and in the culture. And Kanye West does not, in my opinion, have the steadfastness to really do that. There's a lot of people that expect more out of Kanye than he can deliver. However, Kanye West is picking a very interesting fight, and this interesting fight did get him kicked off of Instagram, to my knowledge, for the time being, and is also getting him in trouble on Twitter as well with that big tech platform. So let's kind of dive into Kanye West's words. I'm a bit sleepy tonight, but, and of course, everything before the but just doesn't matter in language because but is a negation, conjugation, or conjunction, not conjugation. Um, when I wake up, I'm going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. So, again, let's just break that part down. DEFCON 3 is a heightened sense of alertness. It does not mean extermination. It does not mean nuclear war. I believe that's DEFCON 1. Um,
Why do so many folks have
Salakia for the
authority with
commercial.
type 2 start walking like this? If you take metformin and
it does not mean nuclear war. I believe that's DEFCON 1. Um, so, and he said DEFCON, not DEFCON, which is a little bit of a typo, I guess. But I assume he means DEFCON 3, which is a heightened sense of alert. The United States has not been on DEFCON 3 since September 11th in that event. Uh, so on Jewish people, the funny thing is, I can't actually be anti-Semitic because black people are actually Jew also. You guys have toyed with me and tried to blackball anyone who ever opposes your agenda. So this is Kanye West going full black Hebrew Israelite. And again,
See, this guy, he just said that because this character, Kanye West, made a statement that he said that he's gonna, based on this tweet, I'm going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. The funny thing is, I actually can't be anti-Semitic, which the true men in the word, in the word, true men, the true men of the Lord, which know the truth, which know the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, knows that the true term is Shemitic. They mis uh, misuse the word and call it Semitic, but the true term is Shemitic, meaning we come from uh, the line of Shem. And repeat that again. He says actually, the funny thing is, I actually, Salaki, can't be anti-Semitic, which is actually Shemitic, because black people are actually Jew also. So whenever these so-called celebrities, they identify black people as being Jews or whatever, now they're trying to attack the ministry. Now they're quote unquote black Hebrew Israelites now, because they, pretty much speak somewhat of which is the truth. But we know that we're not black people. Black is a descriptive term, you know, but we really know what our nationality and our identities are, which we are the biblical Israelites. And according to the Bible, this guy right here on the right top corner is the biblical Edomites, you know. So, and that's what Esau Edom's agenda is, to attack the ministry, man. So whenever these celebrities, they use terms like this, or phrases, or posts, or whatever you want to call it, and use or identify blacks being Jews, now that's the agenda, to attack black Hebrewite-ism, as they call it, and look at it as a negative form, man. But let's continue.
There is some personal context here that, again, the public is not super aware of, but he is basically going black Hebrew Israelite in the sense that he is saying that black people are the real Jews, or in this case, he's softening it.
See, he just admitted it. So by him stating that quote unquote black people are the real Jews, or he's just saying, as soften it, softening it, saying black people actually, are Jews too. You know, now they're being identified. Whoever make these posts, and 9 times out of 10, these celebrities will be, those type of people. Whoever make these type of, comments, or things of that nature, they're being defined as quote unquote black Hebrew Israelites, and pushing this black Hebrew Israelite thing in a negative way, man. You know what I'm saying?
Saying they're also Jews, which has no biblical basis. This has no biblical basis. I've had these discussions.
So he's trying to say that being, he's trying to say black people are, you know, Jews also, or actually are the real Jews, has no biblical basis, man. Well, let's go into the scriptures on that. Matter of fact, let's go to, you know, Salaki. Let's go to the book, which I got this precept already pulled up. Let's go to the book of Psalm. It says a song of Psalms, which is a song of Solomon, chapter 1. And I'm going to go to verse, Salaki, verse 5. Let's get to the point. This is the book of Song of Songs, which is Song of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 5. And it reads, I am black, but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. And I just touched on that earlier. The term black is a descriptive term. So put two and two together. What people are being defined today is called black, man. And that's evident. The so-called Negroes here in America, man, they're being defined as that term, or was originally defined as that term, being called black, man. Read that again. It says, I am black, but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem. Let's go into that.
Strong's H 7838, Shahor, Shahor, and second entry, Shahor, Shahor.
So you hear the definition. Let's go to right here. It says the Hebrew Chaldee lexicon. It says to fuel tap to view the entry and the entire entry, like it. And it says right here black use of hair. And then you got Leviticus 13, chapter 13, 31 and 37. It says a horse. Then you got Zechariah 6, chapter 6, Salakia 2 and 6. Then it says blackish color of the face. So it says right here, blackish color of the face. So that's a descriptive term. So that right there is proof. And this guy's trying to say, let's go back. Salakia.
These amazing LED light bars
Salakia for
bring
the
any dark space to life and cost just
commercial.
$40. No wires.
which has no biblical basis. This has no so. You guys have toyed with me and tried to blackball anyone who Israelite in the sense that he is saying that black people are the real Jews, or in this case, he's softening it and saying they're also Jews, which has no biblical basis. This has no biblical basis. I've had these discussions with actual black Hebrew Israelites, and it didn't make sense then. Doesn't make sense now. The history doesn't add up.
Well, let me have him continue. Salakia.
This has no biblical basis. I've had these discussions with actual black Hebrew Israelites, and it didn't make sense then. Doesn't make sense now. The history doesn't add up either. And again, as far as the lineage of Abraham from the Bible goes, I think it's dubious for people to claim that they have it because, again, there's such a number of lost uh, heritage in that sense. But
I'm gonna stop it right there, man. He's trying to say that there's no proof, no basis as the words he's using. But you got to use, you for one, the reason why it didn't make sense to him, and I don't know, Salaki, I don't know what so-called black, quote unquote, black Hebrew Israelites he got in contact with, if any, and had a discussion with. But through that precepts we get understanding, man. So through the precepts we understand who um the true biblical Israelites are, and also the other nations, man, and also the Kwakadash, man, the spirit, you know, that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai bestowed upon his men. That's why we get understanding. That's why it don't make sense to this Edomite, because for one, he's not the nation of Israel, and for two, um, he's he's from another nation, man. So that's why he don't understand it, man. And actually, he's the wicked, man. You know, and it's part of their nature, and it's a possibility that this demon do know, but part of the demons or the devil's character trait is deception, man. He don't want you to know that that's who you really are. So there's already knowledge out there, that ties, the quote unquote black people of North America, and not only the black people, but the so-called black people, also the so-called uh, Native Americans and Hispanics, so Mexicans, to Israel, man, to being the true biblical Israelites, man. There's already history out there. There's already proof out there, man. And he's trying to say there isn't any. But I'm gonna go to another precept. So let's go to the book of Revelations, chapter 1. And I'm gonna just start at 11. No, matter of fact, I'm gonna go to the point. It's like I'm gonna go to the point. This is the book of Revelation chapter 1, and I'm gonna start at 14. It says, "His head and his." This is talking about the Most High. It's talking about the Most High, and it says, "His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters." So let's this is Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai right here. So let's 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 break that down. It said his head as the hairs. Salaki, this is the book of Revelation 1 and 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow. Let's go into that. Salaki. Right here it says strong definition. Let's go get it.
Strong's G 2776. Kefale. Kefale.
The head, both of men and often of animals. It's a metaphor of something supreme, chief, prominent. Let's go to right here. It says strong definition. Right here it says from the primary in the sense or sizer or sizing like the head as part the most readily taken hold of literally or figuratively head, man. So they talking about the head of Yahweh Shem Yahweh, not the face. Like we read in the book of Song of Solomon, and it says, chapter 1, verse 5, where it says, you know, I am black, but calmly. And when you go into that word black, it says what? You know, it went into his face, you know what I'm saying? But when he's talking about the head and hairs, he's talking about what? Exactly what he's talking about. The head, the head of, like, you ever heard of a head of lettuce? The head, which is the hairs on Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai's head, man, was like wool. And let's go into that word wool. Salakia. Yeah, this is it.
Wool.
So we're going to the word wool. And this right here, let's go into this right here. 1897 definition. It says the soft curled hair of sheep and other animals, Salakia. Closely curled hair of Negroes. So who is being identified that today with that term Negroes, man? In this definition from 1894, man. Which these definition has, etymology meaning the origin of today's terms, where they originated from. That's where these terms come from. It says right here, 1894, the soft curled hair of sheep and other animals, closely curled hair of Negroes. So that hair like wool is closely related, Salakia, from this definition right here, 1894, of closely curled hair of Negroes. Let's go into that word Negroes. It said Negroes.
Negroes.
Let's go into Negro.
Negro.
It says right here, let's go to this definition right here, 1874. It says one of the black race of men in Africa or their descendants, distinguished by their woolly hair, flat noses, high cheekbones, and thick protruding lips. And the main woolly hair, man. That's what I was. So like, let's go back right here. Read that again. This is definition, 1874 definition. One of the black race of men in Africa or their descendants, distinguished by their woolly hair. That right there, man. Now let's go back. Revelation 1, chapter 4. The head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire. And this right here sums it up, man. And his feet like unto fine brass, man, as if they burned in a furnace, man. So we already know, and just for edification, let's see, let's look up. You know, Salaki, I gotta use this tab. But this right here is brass, silver, in color. What color goes with brass right here? See, they're going off a little bit. But you can see right here, I think this is a better. Put it here. Put it right here. It says brass is usually yellow or dull gold, while bronze is generally a reddish brown. But the key difference between these um, sturdy versatile copper alloy lies in their composition. But now we know that brass is a brown color, man. Hold on, let's see if. But if you take anything, man, this right here, look, dark brass. So this is brass right here, man. So if you take dark brass color, so if you take anything, man, this is the color of brass, man. So if you take anything, no matter what color it is, and you put it in the furnace, man, it's going ultimately it's going to turn dark, man. You know, so pretty much that's the definitions. So like that's the descriptive term of our Lord and Savior, man. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. So these are, and then if you go into that word, so like let's go into a couple definitions. And he's talking about, let's go to the word basis. He said there's no biblical basis. We just touched on the biblical basis. Let's look at what the word
Basis.
basis means. It says the second definition is the principal component of something. No, that's not what we're looking for. Let's go down. It says the basic principle. Let's go to the basic principle. Let's go to the word basic.
Basic.
Let's see. Of relating to or forming the basis or essence, foundation. Let's go to the word basis. It's like let's go to like I said, synonyms and antonyms. Mm, matter of fact, let's go back one. Basic. Let's go to the synonyms of basic. Um, no, I gotta go back. So like the basis. No, let me go back. Yeah, here it is, basis. Now let's go to the synonyms, the basic. It says base.
Bases. Base.
Now plural basis. Yeah, so let's go to right here definition. Number the fifth definition of it. It says any one of the four. No, that's not it. Let's go right here. The 5C. That's the point. Let's get to the point. A point to be considered. So that's the point I brought out in the book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 14, and also in the book of Song of Solomon or Song of Songs, chapter 1, verse 5, man. Now, if we go to, it says what? A point to be considered. So if we consider these precepts, man, that's your biblical basis or your biblical base on, you know, what our Heavenly Father, also the disciples, also King Solomon, how they look, man. And he's trying to say that there's no biblical basis that so-called black people are the real Jews of the Bible. Matter of fact, let's get another precept. Let's go to the book of Acts, chapter 13, verse 1. This is the book of Acts, chapter 13, verse 1. It says, now there were in the church that was at Antiochus, or Antioch, Salakia, Antioch, certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon, that that was called Nigger. And let's go to the real the New Living Translation. It says among the prophets and teachers of the church of Antioch of Syria were Barnabas, Simeon, called the black men. So right there, even though we know we know that, when reading from the blue letter goes off from time to time, but we know this precept right here to be a biblical basic basis right here. So this is a biblical fact, man. So these are the basis that we uh, 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 define or find our clarification on who the biblical Israelites are, man. So who were the prophets? Who were the disciples? Who were the teachers of Yahweh Shem Yahushua? How did Yahweh Shem Yahushua look, man? So this is our basis. He's trying to say there's no biblical basis that black people are the true quote unquote Jews of the Bible, man. I just brought out 3 precepts that prove that. And we read that again from the New Living Translation, Acts chapter 13 and 1. It says, among the prophets and teachers of the church at Antioch, Salakia, of Syria were Barnabas, Simeon, called the black man, man. Come on, man. Who are being called black men today, man? The so-called Negroes of North America, man. Let's go into that word. Let's go into that word
Strong's G 3526. Niger. Niger.
right there. Who was called nigger, man? That's us, man. It said, let's go to it again.
Strong's G 3526. Niger. Niger.
It says black, man. Right there. Surname of the prophet Simeon. So there's your biblical basis right there, man. That who that the black people are the true biblical uh, um, Israelites, man. You know, because we know it was evident that Yahweh Shem Yahushua sprung out of the tribe of Judah, man. So like, oh, what's going on? Let's go back to this guy video.
Lost heritage in that they're also Jews, which has no biblical basis. This has no biblical basis. I've had agenda. So this is Kanye West going full black Hebrew Israelite. And again, there is some personal context here that, again, the public is not super aware of. But he is basically going black Hebrew Israelite in the sense that he is saying that black people are the real Jews, or in this case, he's softening it and saying they're also Jews, which has no biblical basis. This has no biblical basis. I've had these discussions with actual black Hebrew Israelites, and it didn't make sense then.
Yeah, I just proved that we do have biblical basis that the so-called Negroes are the real Jews of the Bible, man. You know what I'm saying? Which that word Jew stems from the tribe of Judah. You're talking about the southern kingdom that consists of the tribe of Judah, Levi, and Benjamin, man. So those are the book of Revelation chapter 1 verse 14. Also the book of Songs, which is a song of Solomon, chapter 1 verse 5. You know, also the book of Acts chapter 13 verse 1. Those are the basics or basis, as he put it, biblical basis that so-called Negroes are the biblical Israelites, man. Those are precepts that you can identify that, you know, we are in or we are mentioned in the Bible, man. Those are the biblical basis, man. So, like I said, this guy's evident he's not learned. He's an Edomite, and I think he does know the truth, but you know what the devil's agenda is, to what? To deceive, man, and to what? To attack and slander the gospel of the true biblical Israelites, man.
Doesn't make sense now. The history doesn't add up either. And again, as far as the lineage of Abraham from the Bible goes, I think it's dubious for people to claim that they have it because, again, there's such a number of lost heritage in that sense. But there's also instances.
Well, let's get another precept. You talking about lost heritage? Let's see what the precept says. Let's see what the Bible says. Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy 28. I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna just jump down to 68. This is the book of Deuteronomy 28, 68. It says, And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way thereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold. So that word shall means that's a command. That means this shall happen, man. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies. So we already know who our enemy is, who our enemies are, and our chief enemy is who? Esau, Edom, man. Where we were sold um on auction blocks. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you, meaning no man shall redeem us, meaning that there would be no one to rescue us from our conditions, man. That's what that precept going in. But if you look at the New Living Translation, that's why I say, you know, we didn't write the Blue Bible. We know it's on point on some and it goes off on others. And in this case, on this precept is going off. If you read the New Living Translation over here, it says, "Then the Lord will send you back to Egypt in ships to a destination I promise you will never see again. There you will offer to sell yourselves to your enemies as slaves, but no one will buy you." See, that's where it goes off, man. You know what I'm saying? So that means redeem. That means when it says will buy you, that means no one will redeem you. Mean no one will rescue you. There, there were no one actually rescued uh, Israel when we was sold on auction blocks to the so-called or self-proclaimed white man. So no one came to our rescue, man. That's what this precept is going into, man. And this is more proof that we are the biblical Israelites, because these curses fell upon, mentioned in the book of Deuteronomy 28. These curses fell upon only one nation. That nation was Israel, man. And we know that word Egypt only means land or house of bondage, man. That's what the word Egypt means, you know. And it says by way of ships, man. So if we was the only people, talking about the Israelites, were the only people that was brought by way of ships to North America, what is called North America, man. And there was already Israelites here that was taken from this part of the world to various parts of Europe, you know, you know, uh, uh, Africa, and other various parts of the world, you know. And that was the Northern Kingdom that consists of the so-called Native Americans, Mexicans, and etc. Man, you know, they was brought by way of ship also. That was by the Spaniards, the conquistadors. If I'm saying it, if I'm saying it right, I think I'm saying it incorrect. You know, They came over here to this part of the world, which is called North America, and enslaved them first, and then they brought them to various parts of Europe and Northern Africa, and etc. Man, then they later on, the Southern tribe, they consist of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, was brought from the interiors of Western Africa to the Americas, man. So we was brought into bondage again, man, which is Egypt, the house of bondage again, by way of ships, man. That's talking about the biblical Israelites. And let's read up. It's like it. And it's here says these curses shall be a sign, man. So that's the yeah, that's it. Like it. 20, 28 and 46. Yeah, right here, the book of Deuteronomy 28 and 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder and upon thy seed forever, man. So that's the proof. These curses, man, will be upon us as a sign and a wonder, man, and will be upon our children forever, man. Let me go up. Let me read up for more clarification, edification. This book of Deuteronomy 28 and 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, until thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, thy power to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder and upon thy seed forever, man. So these curses was a for a sign and for a wonder, man. I mean that's the basis, the biblical basis that the so-called blacks, not only the so-called blacks, but the Native Americans and the so-called Native Americans and the so-called Mexicans are the biblical Israelites, man, because these curses fell upon us as a sign and for a wonder, man.
So, instances in history where people converted to Judaism in order to gain uh, diplomatic legitimacy with Christian and Muslim nations. They believed that if they attached themselves to one of the three religions, they could get legitimacy. And so the Khazarian Khanate went with Judaism for that purpose because
It's
they
like
kind
I'm
of
a
existed in between.
Lightsabers are finally a reality, and you can own one.
it's
This new
like it for the
military
commercial.
flashlight is basically a lightsaber that fits.
By Twitter for violating. So that's really where in that Christ is the only way. So Kanye West is again apparently censored on Instagram for presumably the
And I'm gonna make this point. This is not to defend any celebrity, Kanye West or none the likes, man. This is only a response to this Edomite's post in a defense of the gospel, man. You know, because they're trying to demonize um, the gospel, man, which is the true teachings of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. So this is not a defense of Kanye West or none the like or any of these celebrities, man, because um, they're wicked, man. They're wicked. They have to do certain things which is being brought out by other celebrities to gain certain statuses in society You know, they had to perform certain wicked rituals by the Ish people, man. You know.
These black Hebrew Israelite views, and he's decrying the fact that these people, meaning like people like the Anti-Defamation League, are censoring people. They do not like, they will not tolerate views they don't agree with. Or this is actually might be in reference to his tweet getting deleted by Twitter for violating policy. So that's the context with Kanye West. But again, he's not offering the positive solution in that Christ is the only way to heaven. Judaism doesn't offer the hope that Christ's person and work do. It doesn't offer that. And Kanye West isn't bringing the focus back to that. Now, he can say, he performs for an audience of one, and that audience is God, all he wants. But he's now going to Black Hebrew Israelite theology, which again has no biblical basis. It is ultimately a false religion, a cult.
I'm gonna pause right there. So I just proved that um, Israelites and the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans do have a biblical basis in the Bible, man. You know, the history reflects also it coincides with the scriptures, man. For a sign and for a wonder, Deuteronomy 28. These curses will be upon us for a sign and for a wonder, man. Deuteronomy 28. You start at what? 40, 45, man. And then jump down for more clarification, Deuteronomy 28 and 68, man. You know, so those are biblical bases that we are the so-called blacks or Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the biblical Israelites, man. Also, he's trying to say that, you know, this is a false religion. No, but the Judaism as the Ish people are practice is a false religion. Modern day Christianity, which is plantation Christianity, is a false religion. What we're teaching and preaching is the true form, the purest form of the Bible, and the way it's supposed to be taught, man. You know, and he tried to call our doctrine or what we teach is a cult. Now let's go into that word. Let's go into that word cult.
Cult.
This is the 1899 definition. It says a system of religious belief. Right here. 1899. A system of religious belief, worship. Let's go to the 1914 definition. A particular rite, it's like a particular ritual or system of worship, man. This is what the word cult means, man. Let's go to 1919 definition. It's a particular ritual or system of worship, a subject of special study devoted to extravagant homage. So that's how we're with the true man of the Lord is paying homage by doing the work on a level of devotion, man. These men, which I'm talking about the elders, man, that been doing this for almost 40 years, man, had devoted a large portion of their life, man, to what teach this true gospel, man. And that's what the word cult means. But people like this guy right here,
And I wish we knew. And I wish we knew more. And but he's now going to Black Hebrew Israelite theology, which again has no biblical basis. It is ultimately a false religion, a cult.
so people like this devil right here, to the unlearned, he demonized, us, which is the true biblical Israelites, you know, which is he going up and trying to go up against the gospel. He used words like cult, you know. He's saying it's a false religion to demonize us, man, to the unlearned, which I showed you what that word cult means, man. That word cult only means what? Someone that's being devoted to a religious rite, paying homage. That's all that word cult means. But when, to the unlearned, and in the sense that over here in Babylon the Great, aka America, when you hear that word cult, man, everybody thinks of something wrong, man. Or is if you're in a cult, you're going off. But if you could, all these so-called religions are cults, man. According to the definition, all these so-called religions are cults, man. But they use that word cult and use it in a negative sense. Negative sense. Let's go back to it.
Cult.
It says what? 1899 system definition: a system of religious beliefs, worship. So all these so-called religions, man, are cults, man. But Esau Edom, being the devil that he is,
And I wish we knew more about that. And the numbers in the prep work do. It doesn't offer that. And Kanye West isn't bringing the focus back to that. Now he can say, he performs for an audience of one, and that audience is God, all he wants. And but he's now going to Black Hebrew Israelite theology, which again has no biblical basis. It is ultimately a false religion, a cult.
like I said, just like the devil, like these devils right here, man. They use terminology because they know the masses are naive to it. You know, like the word cult, and identify to demonize, the men of the Lord, man. And that's what these devils are doing, man. And like I said, all these religions, based on the true definition, the etymology of the word cult, are defined as cults, man. Let's go back. Let's go back to it again. What the word cult means.
Cult.
This is the etymology, 1899 definition: a system of religious belief, worship. That's all what cult means, man. A system of religious beliefs, worship, man. So all these religions,
A cult.
all these religions, man, are considered by definition cults, man. So I'm gonna end it off there, man. This demon is just there to try to slander the word, man, of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man, and Shalak Rayam. To all these, people like this. Esau Edom's kingdom was about to be destroyed, you know, and we just talking about the true men of the Lord, are just hoping that we're part of that precious number to be, you know, found worthy of salvation, man. And I'm gonna end it off there. And before I do, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kakadash. Again, this is your Akim Azil. Hopefully, the body was edified by this lesson. Also, want to give double honors and a salute to the men I learned this truth from. Till next time, Shalom, Barakatham, and a ball. Shalom.